How's it going, fellas?
Going good. How are you guys doing today?
Good, man. How was your week?
It's going good, bro. Even better that we're here now.
We're here.
Getting it started, huh?
Yes, sir.
So, what's on the agenda today? What's good, man? Did you guys catch any sports?
I didn't get a chance to. I've been working like a madman lately, but I definitely been seeing some highlights. How was it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a few fights. The first one I want to talk about, I'm a boxing fanatic, and, Crawford just had his fight. He moved up in weight. He won. So got him. He fought the champion, got himself another belt in another division. You didn't catch that fight?
I watched it. I watched a couple of highlights. I'm more of a UFC guy, but I still love boxing, the sweet science.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting. I expected it, though. I mean, Crawford's on top right now. I don't see anybody taking him out, anybody getting to that position he's at. But it was interesting. The highlights looked pretty good, so.
Yeah, man. I think something that I see a lot of people talking about, like on the boxing pages that I follow or the other people that I know that are fight fans, there's a debate right now about, I've seen a lot of people trying to criticize the way that he won, saying that he got exposed pretty much. And, for the record, that's ridiculous. You're a fighter, styles make fights. Sometimes you'll come in and you'll fight a guy and you'll dominate because of the type of fighter he is and the fighter that you are. But they're not giving credit to his opponent, Israil. That dude was doing his stuff in that ring, and he was a champion. They're treating the guy like as if he was just some dude who just came off the corner, like from panhandling,
Right.
and stepped in the ring. But he was a champion, and Crawford, he did everything that he needed to do to win that fight. So, hats off to him, man. Hats off to him. And now they were already talking about trying to line up him and Canelo. So how do you guys feel about that?
Is that the one that's the dude that Canelo's supposedly running away from? Is that him? The one that everyone's talking about, right?
Allegedly,
Yeah. That's
everybody's running. So Crawford's running, Canelo's running. Every time a fight is not happening, they're talking about somebody's running.
Right. They don't understand the whole politics and everything that goes behind it, though, in order to get a fight actually going.
Right.
I mean, I heard, Turk Al-Sheikh? He was trying to get that fight going, but Canelo is going like a complete different direction. He's not trying to work with Dubai or that whole group of guys out there, the Sheiks that are getting the fights going. Like, I know they got Fury and Usyk because they weren't able to get it in America, so they had to go through them.
Right.
But I heard Canelo's kind of going his own routes. Turk Al-Sheikh was trying to make some calls, some conferences, get Canelo on, and it didn't work out. So what do you guys think about that? How's that going to work out with Canelo and his career if he doesn't want to work with them?
So, it's a whole, like, this is kind of complicated to get into. So a lot of people don't follow boxing the way they follow other sports. And me, I don't follow other sports the way that, like, I'll follow boxing. So I'm not the type of dude that goes into a barbershop or whatever, and I hear people talking about sports, and I try and just throw some little tidbits in to make myself seem more manly. But I see it all the time. People will try and throw in tidbits about fighting and boxing, and I can tell, like, you don't know anything
Right.
this.
They're just trying to be relevant or what?
Right, yeah, cloud chasing, just trying to join in on the mandem, whatever you want to call it. But since I know about this, what I was gonna say is the perspective on it is that the Mexican fan base in boxing is the largest. If you can gain that fan base, you pretty much are good. You don't really need anything else. That's the reason why I'm going to kind of dance around this to get back to my point. That's the reason why Mayweather would always fight on Cinco de Mayo, and then he would show up and like the Mexican attire and everything like that to become the villain because he's getting the attention of like the Mexican community.
Yeah, smart marketing.
Smart marketing. And so in Canelo's case, he doesn't have to be the villain. He is Mexican. He's here to be the hero. And he's done a hell of a job doing that his entire career. And so Canelo doesn't need anything. His career's solidified because he's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a boxer. And he's been winning and he's went up. And, even the fights that he's lost, who did he lose to? He lost to excellent fighters, So he doesn't need it. But for the sport of boxing, for us, for the fans, of course, we want to see everybody fight. We don't care who's pocketing what, whose purse is what size. We don't even care about legacy sometimes in that the way that they do. We just want to see him fight. So I don't think it's gonna hurt him. I hope that they line it up. You know? And I feel like what's he called, the Sheik?
Turkey Al Sheik, something.
Turkey Al Sheik.
That's his name. Yeah.
I don't want to say he's saving boxing because boxing's been fine, but like he's elevating it and he's like solidifying
100%.
where boxing is at. Nobody's gonna be able to touch it when you got somebody who's a fan of it like that coming in, put in his power and money behind it. Exactly.
What do you guys think about the whole Jake Paul, Mike Tyson that's coming up?
Don't even get me started, bro.
Do you think Jake Paul's a real fighter or no?
No, I think at this point, he's gotten his skills elevated to a point, again, where he's able to fight some fighters, not all fighters.
Right.
Pretty much who have we seen him fight, it's been all older guys that are coming from a UFC, MMA background. The one time we saw him with a legitimate boxer was Tyson Fury. Not Tyson, sorry. What was Tyson's little brother's name?
Oh. I forgot his name. We're gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
I forget this dude's name.
I think he was on Love Island or something like that.
Was he?
Yeah, no disrespect to him, but we like you, dog. Don't take it any wrong. But,
hey, he wants to smoke. If you want it, get in the ring with him.
But yeah, bro, the one time he went against a legitimate boxer, he got his ass beat. So I don't know. And Tyson's old, man. I'm a diehard Tyson fan. I love Tyson, bro. Everything about just the person he's become, the shit he's been through. Like, look at his story. It's just an amazing story all around. Now he's like, 60? The guy literally had health issues like 2 months ago. They had to postpone the fight. So, like, bro, if you even win this fight, what are you gaining other than the money and obviously the Netflix deal that you got? Like, I don't know. For me, it's just like, doesn't make sense, bro. I don't think Tyson should have fought him.
I don't think so either. I mean, it's wild though. You see how freaking beast Mike Tyson is at his age right now, bro.
Yeah.
But that's
you can't compare that to a young guy.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to get at. Like, that's him hitting the mats, you know, and he's not fighting an opponent while he's training. But how is he going to be against Jake Paul? How old is he? Like 28 years old or something like that?
Around that age.
I think he's like around 28 years old. But I feel like Mike Tyson, he's going to have to take him out in like the first 3 rounds. If he doesn't, he's going to get gassed out.
Well, they say with fighting, your biggest opponent is father time, you know, no matter who you are, because the element of boxing that can like just change everything is testosterone. And you naturally start to deplete and lose that as you get older. So like it gets to a point where it doesn't even matter how much slicker you are than a guy, how much more ring IQ that you have. He just has that youth and that stamina in him to overpower you. You know what I mean? The body, it just starts to break down. You know, muscles are not the same. Like, you know, I'm big on like the health and fitness too. So the way that your muscles develop when you're like in your 20s and 30s, you will never be able to replicate that as you get into your 40s and 50s. Even if you work out harder, your body just it ain't gonna respond the same.
Right.
So I love Tyson too. I'm not gonna slander him or anything like that, but it's not like looking too good. Do I want to see it? Yeah, because I always want to see it. I'm like the instigator. I want to see everything. You want to get your old ass in there and fight? Go ahead. And if he wins, even better. You feel me? And if he loses, then you know, hey, he's a grown man. He made his own bed. You feel me? So
I pray that Tyson wins, man, because to step into the ring right now at your age and, you know, like your past experience with boxing, this is going on your legit record. How would you feel losing to Jake Paul?
Horrible.
For your record, bro.
Would he though? Would he? I mean, you get to a point where like you got to think about his background, right? Like where he came from. At a certain point, I feel like he would feel horrible, but now he's like, this man got cannabis farms across the country. I'm surprised that he was even able to get himself back into fighting shape to fight Roy Jones. If you guys caught that.
Yep.
Because that's another thing that's difficult with fighting too. Is like people don't understand. Like it's not like playing basketball or football where you know you just like feel good about it or whatever. It's a lonely sport, and you get in there, and you're in a literal fight.
Yeah.
I don't care how soft it looks or whatever. Like you're in there fighting another man. Both of you guys could lose your life, and you know it takes a lot of heart and hunger to want to get in there and still do it once you already have everything you need in life.
True that.
Right. Speaking of boxing, and have you guys seen that video of Oscar De La Hoya?
Which one?
Did you see the? Which? I love how you said which one because there's plenty out there. But no, there's a video, bro. It came out. It came out. I believe it was yesterday. There's a video of him on a yacht. Right, he's partying. He's on a yacht with. I don't know if it's his girlfriend or his wife or what. But this guy is in a thong, bro.
Oh my god.
So he's in a thong, right? He's in a thong. This girl's right there with him. She has a BBL, by the way, like straight concrete. Shit doesn't even bounce, bro. Like it's wild. But he's right there. They're dancing. And this guy's right here doing like some little dance. He's hopping around, and he's wearing his thong and his little ding-a-lings going around. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. And then the next day he posts another video talking about it like, oh, I posted it just so you guys could comment on it, this and that. And it's just so funny how what the road is. Like, I'm with my girl having fun. And I'm in a thong. Like, people wear thongs in Europe all the time. And it's like, bro. It's bro. Oscar, I feel like you got to get your shit together, dog.
What's your thoughts on this, man? Before I,
bro, that's just wild. Cause I don't know. You shouldn't be speaking on all of the Europeans. Cause I don't know only the good-looking girls in Europe are wearing thongs. I don't know about any guys, bro.
We apologize, Europe.
On his behalf.
Yeah, on his behalf.
The Mexican delegation would like to trade him.
I don't want to have to get, as we get on this show, we talk about so many different things. I'm not going to hold back on how I feel about certain things because, for one, I feel like my goal here, every time we get together and we talk, is to give perspective that either somebody younger or maybe even somebody older could hear and change their ways. Exactly. The show is Boss Talk, and I feel like it's about bossing up, not even just financially, but mentally too. Oscar is somebody, again, fight fanatic boxing fan here, hell of a fighter. But this is just the example of somebody who's, a master at their craft. And then outside of that, I don't know what's going on with dude, bro. Like, at his age, you would think you would calm down, lay off the drugs, start to relax. Because I'm going to even tell you, like, I got people don't even know, I got a crazy, past, and I'm still young. And I done already start,
Right. Yeah. We've been there together, dog.
Yeah.
And right now we're at a point in our lives where like, all right, that was cool and all. It was fun. But we look back like, damn, that was wild. Like now it's time to change. It's time to change. Get your life together, boss up, level up. And I believe that's what you're trying to say about Oscar. Like this guy is around his 50s, I want to say. You've had a long run. Look at what happened with those Russian girls that got you in the cross-dressing world and all of that. Like you would think that would have done something for you, but it doesn't end.
It cannot be good for you spiritually. I feel like the thing that I have discovered that every man and woman on earth should be chasing is peace. And that's it. And you could get peace whether you're the brokest person, whether you got all the money, but you could also not have peace being the brokest person or have all the money, Right. Guys still off themselves that are multimillionaires and whatnot. And eventually you do a lot of reflecting. I hope one day, because he's a legend, that he could like sit back. I know he's going to watch this and be like, who the fuck is this dude? I don't care. I'm telling you, bro, because I want to be able to look up to my elders and give you praise. I don't want to have to sit here and talk about the crazy stuff that you're doing that I don't even do no more. Not because I can't, because I could do that and more, but because I choose to grow spiritually.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's what counts, right?
Absolutely.
Everything else. But since we're still on the topic of fighting and stuff, let's move a little towards my forte, which is UFC. That's what I'm like a diehard fan on. That's something that I can talk about for hours. The recent fight we had was Israil and DDP, Dracus to Plessis. Did you guys watch that?
I didn't get a chance to.
Anything?
I did not get a chance to.
So I'm gonna let you take over. I just want to say a little bit of I do see like little highlights, or I hear what UFC or MMA fans say about it. And apparently, I'm guessing how you say dude's name?
Dracus to Plessis.
I'm gonna just call him Drake. Drake with the hands.
This ain't Loverboy Drake.
It's right. I hear that like he's like super sloppy, but he always comes out with like the W.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Which is crazy, bro. Somebody that's so technical like Israil Adesanya, it was crazy too because he starts off the fight, he gets the first round. The next 2 rounds, Izzy's winning, bro, and it's going great for Izzy. He's technically just grabbing him, jabbing him out, and his dumbass like trips and falls, gets him in a like chokehold, and that's it. The fight ends. And all the homies were just looking at each other like, what the hell just happened, bro? There's no way this just cracked like that. But it was interesting, bro, and it's the name of the game, right? Like, anything can happen at any single point in the fight game. But that was something that was just crazy when I was watching it live. I was like, damn, bro. I'm like, and you can't even tell, like, is he past his prime? I don't think he's past his prime. I just think these newer guys that are coming in are just elevating. They're figuring out the inconsistencies of the OGs in the game. Like Izzy, we saw how Kamaru went out. Everybody slowly, there's like a new Volkanovski got took out by Topuria. It's been a big shift, so all the OGs are kind of dipping, getting all these new people. But the only person who's still up there is John Jones, Dana White's favorite fighter.
Did he just announce retirement, or was that something?
I think he's trolling, bro.
All right.
Being like a little troll.
Doing his Jay-Z.
6'4" troll. Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite UFC fighter?
Conor McGregor.
Yes, bro.
That
That's my boy right there, dog.
Fucking fanny pads.
I love that fool. He's the biggest fucking shit talker, and he does it very, very well. And he fights very well, too.
Yeah.
That fool's a beast. Do you see how much bigger he got?
Yeah, he did.
He got big, bro. I can't wait to see that fool in the ring again.
Does he have anything lined up? Like
He was supposed to. It was supposed to be happening
Chandler.
this year. Is that still happening?
Chandler. So it was supposed to be in August with Chandler. I guess this guy broke a toe. The whole UFC community was freaking out. Like, bro, it's just a broken toe. But obviously, if you're a fighter, you know that even the smallest injury can impact it. And if it's a situation with Conor where he's off like a couple losses right now, the last win he had was Cowboy, which is not even that big of a, it's not too big of a deal because Cowboy was already like going down in his career.
Right.
I feel like he's just trying to take it very smart. But on the other end, he's just partying. He's out with like midgets and I don't know where it was like Kansas.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Some like midgets like busting down in front of him. And
Yeah, hey,
shit.
shout out the midget community.
Shout out.
We rock with y'all.
Keep doing your thing.
It's all love. Yeah, no, I feel like that kind of goes with what I was saying about that hunger. And Conor is doing extremely well for himself. I actually am a big fan of him too. I loved everything that he did. I love the way that he talked, the way that he addressed his opponents, and I love that while he was doing this, he was clearly putting in the work in the gym because when it was fight night, like he was laying dudes out.
Yeah,
you feel
bro.
me? So the losses come, and everybody loves to be like, this person fell off, this or that. I don't really think it's that. I just think it's like, is the passion there anymore, right? He probably is stronger than he ever was, but just is his passion still in it? Does he care that much? Because win, lose, or draw, he still got that yacht.
Yeah, right, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing that it will work against you. You know what I mean? It will work against you. You rarely see somebody reach that. I'm going to tell you, kind of jumping back to boxing real fast just to talk about him again. Mayweather is like the embodiment of like never slowing down because we see how the wealth that he amassed, and that man was still training, sparring like damn near every day, and that's why every time he would get in the ring, he would just be in there smiling, talking to the commentators, punching his opponent out, and still winning easily. So,
Right.
Hard work.
Yeah,
hard work.
hard work and dedication, man. Have you guys seen that documentary of Conor on Netflix?
Yeah, I did.
That's a bad documentary, bro.
It was badass straight up.
Yeah.
It's crazy how you look into it. Bro, you fought with so many injuries. And people be like...
They don't even know it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy how society is one... If somebody's on the rise, everyone's kissing ass, bro. Lathering themselves up to go and kiss ass. But once you fuck up once, you go a little bit off, everyone's like, he's nothing, bro. He's this and that.
Yeah.
But, nah, bro, it was a very crazy... The part that, like, that interested me the most was the Khabib part. Where he, like, broke his toe and, like, they had to, like, relocate it on spot. He's, like, screaming.
Yeah.
So elaborate on that because I didn't see it. So what exactly happened? This is during the fight? Or
No, this was during
training
the training camp. Yeah, and he still fought.
Yeah, he still fought, bro. And all the fights, bro, when you look at it, there's literally, like, a compilation. Like, 90% of his fights, bro. The Nate Diaz fight, he had a staph infection. Chad Mendes, which is, again, it's an older fight, but I think he broke something. Like, a knee popped out or whatever. He's had injuries, and he's always still fought. He's never pulled out. And there's one time he pulls out, you see everybody trying to shit on him.
Right.
Got Islam Makhachev like, it's a toe, bro. eats toe, bro. Why not you fight or whatever? Like, come on, bro. What you tripping on, bro? I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Conor's an OG for me.
Oh, bro, for sure. I love that clip of him when he's talking to Cristiano Ronaldo. And Cristiano was like first on Forbes list, like 4 times in a row or some crazy number like that. And then Conor's talking to him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I think I was like number 15 or something, but I'll get you next year." And then Cristiano's like, "Oh no, you won't, no, you won't." And then like 2 years later, that fool's number 1, top paid athlete of all time.
Cowboy,
yeah.
Once he beat Cowboy, I think that's when it popped off. He was already just getting stupid amounts of income, and he made it there, bro. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I admire it, man. I admire it. I think that a lot of the times it takes somebody actually. It's like football. You know, you don't watch football and appreciate it unless you at least play Pop Warner.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like basketball, people who love basketball the most, they played it. Mm-hmm. Baseball, you played it. So you understand the mechanics because, you know, things that look boring to somebody who doesn't understand, you understand like, damn, he really pulled that off because you know how hard it is to do it. And when it comes to fighting, I will tell you, I think that in most cases, I hate MMA fans, bro. I hate them because they sell out their own.
Bro.
Not all of y'all, but I'm saying there's so many casual MMA fans who just sell out. Like anything goes wrong, like, oh, he sucks, he's trash. It's like, bro, come on now.
Everyone likes to yap.
These are the best fighters in the world. Somebody got to lose.
Right.
Somebody has to lose, and you sitting your fat ass on the couch, you know, talking about like he got exposed. Like, don't let him show up to your front door, bro.
Right.
Straight up, bro.
Yeah, so I give these fighters their credit, man. I give them their credit for
especially when it's encompassing so much of the fighting realm. Like boxing, it's head movement in your hands and coordination, right? Pretty much. Not taking anything away from them, but wrestling is only you're just trying to grab someone, take them down, get them into submission, or the position you need to get them in. But MMA is encompassing all that, bro. You're kicking, kneeing, elbowing. So it's like, yeah, bro, I agree with you that there's a lot of casuals that they find it interesting. They like the characters because honestly, that's the thing that because I love boxing. I came up fighting in boxing. And if you still ask me to this day, what do I like more, grappling or boxing? I'm going to take boxing any day because it's just way more fun, bro. Having your hands up, throwing jabs rather than, you know, freaking grabbing someone's leg and sniffing jock straps. But pretty much what I'm trying to say is that I got off. Okay, we'll edit that part out. I forgot.
No, we gonna leave that shit.
No,
we
gonna
leave that right there. No, but I yeah, like I was saying, it's a thing of I know where you were going. I'll set you back. You were going in the direction that you understand the sport and the casuals, you know, and they typically don't. I've never heard somebody, for the most part, who's participated in the activity say something too crazy. You hear it sometimes, but like it's not like common, you know, versus dudes who didn't even play dodgeball in elementary school, you know, just got something crazy to say. But also, I think the direction we're going to, I feel like we know this too. The thing that sells fights a lot of the times and that helps it,
the characters. That's where I was going. Yeah. That's the difference between boxing. My bad. I had a little brain fart because I'm on like 2 hours of sleep. Mm-hmm. But it's the characters. That's what differentiates me. But like when it comes to a Ryan Garcia fight, because that guy's he's fucking rocker. But he's entertaining. I like Ryan Garcia, bro. But it's just like he brings that. He kind of brings like a Conor vibe to the whole show. Like the Devin Haney was hilarious, bro. I was like stuck to my seat watching like press conferences and shit. He's coming. He's like, I'm strong. Like, okay, bro. You look like a dumbass right now. But I mean, it's interesting.
Well, let me ask you about that. How do you feel about this whole controversy with like the failed test? Do you think that's real, or you think that's just like smoke and mirrors?
Well, can I counter ask you a question?
You can't.
Did you want Haney to win or did you want Garcia to win?
I didn't care for that one. Neither one of them is like, I'm not really, you know what I mean? Well,
I looked into it and the supplement was ostracine, right? Something like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, it started with an O for sure. Mm-hmm. They're saying it was it was in a system. We can't take that out, but it was like what, 0.2%?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a very low amount.
Okay, bro, you know these fighters, they're doing all these supplements, whether it be like ashwagandha, zinc, I don't know what they're doing, right, specifically. But maybe it's one of those supplements might have a little bit of that. So you guys are going to go ham. haven't we had this same situation happen with Canelo too? We all love Canelo, but we know he's been caught with some shit back in the day. Nothing crazy.
Bro. That's just the meat.
Oh yeah.
He didn't take anything. I don't care, Canelo, bro. Like, hey, I like you too, but you took some stuff, bro. Like,
yeah,
I don't expect you to ever say it on camera, but we know you took some stuff, my guy. As far as the boxing, what we were saying with the Ryan Garcia, just want to give my 2 cents on that. So, Haney and Garcia have fought multiple times in the amateurs. And I believe they've beat each other back and forth.
3-3.
So it was like, I'm not taking away the victory that Garcia has, because that could have happened. If they fight 10 more times, I believe it can still go back and forth. But then that's where like the casuals come in. They don't know this. They think this is the first time they ever met, and they're just like, that's it. See, that's the one thing about boxing too, is like you beat your opponent, and then you could just avoid that guy for the rest of your career. Even if you barely beat him and he has your number, because that'll happen. You know, when I was still fighting myself, and I would train at my boxing gym, there was a guy, like, we would be beating each other back and forth. And you could catch him beating me one day and think, like, oh, I don't have nothing for him. But I would always go home and be like, all right, how did he get me? And then I would game plan. See, I love to watch. It's just like any athlete or you know, anybody in any sport, I would watch film. So I go throw on a classic fight, and I would like reevaluate, and I'd come back and I'd have something for him, and I could beat him. So you never know. But I just asked, you know, just to throw it out there, like, how do you feel about the fact that, you know, anything popped up in his system, you know, and the fact that he came in, didn't he come in overweight? See, all those things matter too. And that's when it gets to a point where it's like, it's kind of messed up. At that point, you coming in overweight, because there's power in that weight. That weight, and I know from experience, from like, I'd be fighting. I'd be at like, I'd be walking around at like 170 back then. I'm like 190 right now. So, you know, God, please get me back to 170. But anyways, I'd be walking around at like 170, but then I'd be taking blows from cats that would do nothing to me. I could eat those. When I went to go fight, and I had my amateur fight, I dropped down to like 161 in like a week or two. And I got dropped during the fight with a punch that, like, I've been hit with like a million times that didn't do nothing to me. But my power was just depleted. Everything about me was. So it's like when you look at these fighters and they got to cut all that weight, that's kind of impactful, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
But it is what it is. You know, we got to see. How long is his suspension for? Like a year or something?
They expelled him, bro.
They expelled him.
First suspended him. Then I don't know if you guys know about this, but this
guy,
guy,
that racist stuff.
He goes on Twitter. He literally makes. They do like these live chats right now. It's like you don't even see face to face. It's like a voice conversation you do on Twitter. And the guy literally named it "Let's Kill George Floyd" or something stupid like that, random, bro. Like, and he's just like, bro, who cares? I'm Mexican, this and this and that. I don't know, bro.
I'm gonna tell you
all that. That's
I'm gonna tell you, because you know these cats. You know, I'll follow them for what they're doing, and then I forget about something that pissed me off, and now you just reminded me. I don't mess with the dude in particular because I don't like cats who play with God. And I feel like he's always playing with God. You know,
says it too much. Brings up God way too much for sure.
I can see that.
And does the opposite.
Does the opposite.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bring up the name of God. You should have a little fear in the name of God.
And he has none. You know, I know the way that he's living and everything. It's almost like Kanye West. You know, look where he's at now. Now he don't even believe.
Yeah.
You know.
I still love you though, yeah.
I was telling people this whole time he was doing the Sunday services and everything. I'm like, that don't matter. You feel me? Like, it's the actions. Mm-hmm. And then sure enough, you know, I don't even. Jesus didn't do anything for me or whatever. And it's like, oh, okay. So, yeah, man, I'm not rocking with that. But I think we got enough boxing in today until we can get some more info in. Hopefully,
for sure.
Hopefully some stuff pops up.
Just a quick thing on the Ye thing. I know you work with Big Boy, bro.
Right.
Big Boy's neighborhood. So Big Boy recently did an interview with him and Ty, and that's just saying, he's like, I got problems with Jesus Christ. And it's like, what? He's like, I was asking him to do stuff, like he didn't do something for me. But it's like, and I love Ye, bro. He's my number one inspiration in life. Like, not in life, but in the musical like spectrum of things.
Artistic field.
Yeah, but it's like, that's not how God works, bro, sadly. Like, you're not going to get what you want. And I think maybe he was talking about the whole Kim situation. He wanted to be with Kim and stuff, but That's just not how God works, bro. You can't. God knows what's best, and He's gonna do it regardless if you like it or not. Like, that's just how it's gonna go. So that's just my opinion on that. I hope he finds God again, because when he was doing that whole Wyoming era and he was doing the Sunday services, he was happy, bro. He was funny. Now he's like a little bit darker, always in black, just like barely talking and shit.
Well, you know what? I just want to add to that. I want to kind of like piggyback off of that. So I'm gonna read a Bible verse so everybody can know what it is that I'm referencing, and then I'll go into it. So this is Mark 11. This is Mark chapter 11, verse 22. Have faith in God, Jesus answered. Truly, I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, go, throw yourself into the sea, and does not doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. It goes on to this is Jesus speaking, actually. And he goes in deeper and deeper. And I have a frequent Bible studies with my family at the house, and I ask my kids how they interpret whatever it is that we're going through. The one thing that I want to mention to anybody who is considering, Jesus or Christianity coming to God, and the understanding that you need to have is this right here. This is the example I gave my kids in lieu of that. I told my kids, like, look, if I tell you to take out the trash, I tell you to wash the dishes, and all in all, I give you 10 tasks to do. And every day you do those 10 tasks exactly how I ask. I wouldn't care if I was living out of a cardboard box if you came to me and said, like, Dad, I want this $2,000 pair of shoes, or this $10,000 car. That would be the number one priority on my list as your father, watching my child be obedient to get that thing for you. And I think that we would all, if we had kids or the parents who are listening to this, they would all agree. However, if I tell you to do 10 tasks and you're doing 5 and you're half-assing the other ones and then coming to me like, Dad, like, let me get these 2. I'm not about to get you nothing that costs $5. It's not happening. So God is the Father, and a lot of the times he has given us his rules, his instructions, and we like to beg God for things like, God, give me this, give me this. Why would he give you anything? You're half-assing the instructions that he gave you to, follow. And so that's something where that's why I feel like Kanye fell off, because we can see your life, bro. We see what you're doing out here. Okay, you got the Sunday service, but are you really living it out all the way through? Or are you half-assing? And so you getting half-assed. Matter of fact, God don't even halfway do nothing. He either does it or he doesn't do it.
Right. Yeah.
That was a beautiful way of putting it, my brother.
Yeah, and I didn't want to get too, we going to do it on here. I didn't intend to do it right now, but I just had to segue straight into that, like, based off of what you said right there.
No doubt, it was honestly a great way of, like, proving your point. I needed it too, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm still smoking cigarettes. I need to get off that shit. So, like what you said, and I try to keep a relationship with God. I don't try to be a part of a religion.
Yeah.
I try to just have a relationship with the Almighty. So even that to me, bro, is like, I needed to hear that too.
Yeah.
So that was beautiful, my brother. Again, thank you for that. And I hope Ye listens to it and takes it.
I hope he does too.
Because we love you, Ye. Come on, bro.
It's no enemies. We all really want to, like, if we ever got to say anything that is perceived as, like, negative on here, I just tell people, just change the way you living, because one day, or maybe already, y'all got a podcast. And I think about this every day. I'm like, how do I live my life? I don't want these niggas talking about me on their podcast, And it's a choice you make. It ain't going to be on accident. It's not going to be an accident. Either I'm outside snoring cocaine or shooting up heroin or in a thong or doing something crazy, or I'm not. And you won't have nothing to say about me other than some honorable, respectable stuff. And I think we all forget how much control we have over ourselves and how the world perceives us.
Right.
But with that being said, I don't think that what's her name, Rachel Ray Gunn, understood the control that she had over herself when she took her ass out there to these Olympics.
Cheated her way in.
Cheated her way
in,
bro.
Got
crazy, right? Because I didn't even realize she cheated her way in at first.
I don't know the full story, but I know, like, her husband had something to do with being a part of bringing the people on to the breakdancing team for the Olympics.
Right.
And she got in there before there was people that were way more qualified, bro.
So you know any
No, you guys have to enlighten me, bro, because after I saw the blue fat guy sitting on the Olympics, I was like, changing the channel.
I didn't even see him.
Bro, there's a few things wrong with the Olympics. But yeah, bro, this girl, you got to watch the video. It's comedic.
You're talking about that. The intro like that.
Yeah, that's
like
horrible.
The Last Supper and all this stuff, but that's not how I rock.
Right.
At all, bro. But yeah, man, this girl, she cheated her way in the Olympics. She literally ruined breakdancing for 2028 Olympics, bro. Imagine how much dope breakdancers we could have had over here in 2028 Olympics.
Especially
we could have had Common. We could have had Terry Crews. She ruined it for everybody. She ruined it for everybody, dog.
Wait, are they really breakers too?
They're breakers. You haven't seen that recent video of Common breaking? He's a b-boy, bro.
Terry Crews' big ass breakdancers.
I know he pops more. He pops more, but yeah, no, he breakdances, bro. He used to train. He used to practice in his basement back when he used to live in Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, growing up. Apparently, that's how he got his muscles too.
From breakdancing.
From like breakdancing and all that.
He's the only one who got it. That's how he got it. Every other breakdancer. Hey, shout out.
Nah, but yeah, bro, she ruined it. 2020 Olympics. No more breakdancing.
So
terrible.
It was because of the cheating or of how bad she
was. How horrible she did.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So that's not the issue. But it's like if you're gonna cheat and get there, then you better pull it off. You feel me? Like she
had a couple moves. That were decent.
Which one?
She did a little bit of flaring, and then that was it.
Well, look, I don't even know what none of the
terminology
is, so I don't know. But it didn't. First of all, I'm gonna say that this is what I observe. I feel like when you're breakdancing, I don't need to know what they're called. I just need to know that what you're doing looks right, and everything she was doing
looked by accident.
So you're not familiar with what happened.
I haven't seen that. The only thing that actually did come up was the Iman Khalif fight, where everyone's saying she's a trans.
Yeah.
The one jab that girl and
right.
Which there's been a lot of stuff going on from both sides, so I don't even know if I want to comment till I have 100%.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. From what I heard, as far as facts go, she was born a woman, but she provides more testosterone than regular women do.
This is what I like. We won't really know unless
I see a birth certificate. I gotta see a birth certificate.
Even then, I'm gonna just say this though. This is how I personally feel. When I first heard about it, this is what the media does. They always give you bits and pieces of a story, and then they let you run with it. So when I first heard it, I thought it was messed up because I don't feel like you should be crossing men into women's sports.
100%.
Right. Exactly.
Never.
But I'm not a person who's gonna die on any hill. If you could provide information that like, hey, the last thing you heard is not accurate or whatever, which is what I start seeing. So then I found out, or at least it's going around that she was born. She is a female.
Right.
Okay. To our knowledge, every medical professional who's ever interacted with her has acknowledged her as a female, or else she would have never got in female boxing in the first place. In her country, it's like illegal to transition.
Okay.
Punishable by death. Right.
Okay.
I doubt her coach would even take on somebody who was a man trying to. Right. Mm-hmm. So, but at the same time, the human body, there's a lot of things that everybody's unique, and so so what we get is her producing higher levels of testosterone, past the threshold of what they would like. And my understanding is that when the Olympics does testing, what they don't do is reveal, not even to the athlete, why you failed. So people got the whole notion that she failed one of the Olympic tests. So if I understand this correct, I don't want to be giving misinformation.
I think it was the IBF, if I'm not wrong, the Russian.
Something like she's fought before. By the way, she has at least like 7 or 9 losses to females.
Right. That's what I saw too.
They don't say nothing about that. All right. Mm-hmm. So she's a female, but the whole time they were allowing her to fight. Everything. I'm not even saying allow. She's supposed to. She's fighting at normal. Right.
Right.
Then all of a sudden she fails the test. The claim is that it's because her testosterone was higher, but we won't know for sure because they do not reveal what those results were. Then you got people running around saying, oh, she has male parts and everything like that, and they ain't seen no evidence.
Right.
But now they attach this narrative. And so it sucks for her, but I heard that she's actually suing for defamation right now, I know that the biggest three is Elon Musk, J.K. Rowling, however you say her name.
Where did Harry Potter come into the mix?
Yeah, so she has a defamation case against Elon Musk, J.K. Rowling, whatever, and against Trump, because I guess the three of them got on social media and we're going in on her one way or another about her gender or whatever. And I understand it. I get it. That's going to take away a lot of money out of her pocket, especially for boxers. There's a thing where, like, if you guys know who Marvin Hagler and is it Sugar Ray Leonard, they both came up at the same time, but Hagler was just trying to hurry up and go pro, so he didn't go to the Olympics, and Leonard did go to the Olympics, and it just changed the direction of their careers drastically. Leonard was just getting big money fights right off the bat. He was a celebrity, a star, versus Hagler he had to like fight his way through because, for one, he was an excellent fighter, so nobody wanted to fight him because they're like, I don't want to lose and not really gain anything for it. And so it could do something different to your career. And so her putting in that effort to go to the Olympics this could alter her career. So I get where she's coming from. I don't know what the three of them said. I just know they must have said something.
I have no idea either. I don't even know. Of course, Trump's somehow in the mix. JK's somehow in the mix. JK's always saying some shit about trans, gays. They made fucking Dumbledore gay because of that whole situation back in the day, right?
You cut off again?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got this camera, though.
All right.
Just let it rest for a bit. Here, I'll turn it off for now.
So, but where are you going with that though? Like, what are your thoughts on
Iman?
Yeah.
So look, I always like to speak factually. What I did notice though is, for sure, conservatives were pushing it. Politically, right. I'm not too right, I'm not too left, because both parties are not the parties that they used to be. But that's a whole other conversation, just sticking to what you're saying. I saw it was a lot of conservatives kind of pushing that thing. And I'm completely for women's, like, if you're a man and you now identify as a guy or whatever, go ahead, do that. It's your life. It's nobody's business, especially in this country of freedom. Do what you want to do. It's none of my business. But don't be getting into women's sports. So obviously when you're seeing that, it's like a good for people who are more religious, for people who are for the stuff that I'm for that I'm pretty sure we all agree that guys should not be in women's sports. It's kind of like, oh shit, who is this? Because in the beginning, I did believe it.
Right.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be straight up. But once I started seeing facts being proven, they're saying that the boxing league in Russia that did this test that said she had X and Y chromosomes, they're saying that they took them out of commission. All like they don't even look at them as a serious organization that runs boxing fights or bouts anymore. So I'm just for the facts. I hope there will be more facts. The only thing that didn't make sense to me, and again, I don't even want to comment too much on it because we don't have the facts fully, is that I think she's a woman. But the only thing that kind of, again, throws me off is why wouldn't you sue that Russian league that's calling you out for that? Even if it's not true or whatever.
Are they calling her out, or did they just fail?
She failed the test and she has an X and Y chromosome.
They said that, or they just said that she's producing high levels of testosterone?
I think it was X and Y chromosomes.
Okay.
What they're saying is that she has an X and Y chromosome.
They may be. You know how we
which still elevates testosterone though, because if you're a girl and you have those, which I mean it happens. I forgot the exact term of women who are born that way, where they still have the ladylike genitalia, but they have that elevated levels, mix of chromosomes. There's a specific term. But that's what they were pretty much saying. But at the time being, she did not sue them and she did not give birth certificates. She did not give proof of her chromosomes or blood work, whatever you need to do to prove that stuff. I'm not a doctor, but that's the only thing that's tribute to me. Hopefully she's a girl, you know? I don't want to hate on anybody. I wish the best for anybody who's trying to make it in this world as of today, but that's just my 2 cents on that topic.
Well, I know that somebody was watching this and they thought that because we were getting deep into this topic. They kind of got a pass. Rachel Reagan. Nah, we're going right back to you because we're hopping right back on you because that was diabolical what you did.
Yep. Extremely.
You know, she was like, good. They brought up her. We could easily get past this topic. Like, nah, we on your head. Like, I want to know.
Let's rewind real quick.
Bro, who has a video of this?
Bro, just look it up. Just look up Australian breakdancer. I guarantee it'll be the first video to pop up, bro.
And look, my perspective is this. As a hip hop musician myself, and being black, and knowing that you know, music, it attaches it, so it comes from a culture, whatever it is, right? And you know, African American culture birthed hip hop, and so it's something near and dear to me. And so a lot of people, especially in this generation, these kids, they don't understand where nothing came from. Technically, I guess, even though I'm older now, I'm still a kid too, because I was young before, and this was already existing. But you got three elements to hip hop, and that is the MCing, you have the graffiti and the art, and then you got the breakdancing. Mm-hmm. These are the things that are like foundations of hip hop. And so for somebody who's not black, because I don't care, you could not be black and you could do anything. You just better be good at it, because I'm not about to go salsa dance and be trash. You feel me? Like,
fair point. Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. No, that was spot on.
Yes.
That is
yes,
it right
that's
there.
it. That's her rolling
Look
around
at
on the floor like when you were a kid in your living room.
Bro.
That's her.
I just watched this shit like 4 times, bro. What is she doing? This is crazy. How have I never seen this before, bro? She's like spazzing out.
She's looked like she's mopping the floor or something.
She's so confident too with her like facial gestures and shit. She's like,
no, you got to see her end. You got to see the end. Her little.
Look, while you're watching that, let me just, because I need to speak to the people, all right? Because I've been waiting for us to do this podcast so I can air some things out. And this is one of the main things that I wanted to air out here, right?
Tell it like it is.
Yes, all right? So, for one, everybody's been making memes galore about her and all these things. And then now you got these, you know, Captain Sava, whatever, people on social media talking about, oh, don't bully her, she tried and all this or whatever. And I knew right from the beginning, I'm like, nah, that's bogus. That's bogus. That was zero effort. I heard somewhere she trained for 37 minutes. While you got cats, I just seen a video of a little Japanese kid or Korean, some Asian, you know, sorry, want to be politically correct, look like they were 5 years old, killing it in their living room. I'd rather watch those little kids do something than to watch her ass get up there and roll around.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, what the hell was
she
this?
thought she was doing Thriller.
I don't know. Yeah, Michael Jackson Thriller, bro. Exactly.
It's offensive. I know I'm going on, so I'm going to just say this. It's offensive to see that, because now people are like thinking like, oh, this is the best that there is. Because it's the Olympics. Whoever's the best at something should be there on that stage. I'll let Moses explain how she got there in depth, right? Because I don't want to.
I mean, I don't know the full details, but I do know that it's her husband that's part of like the breakdancing community that has to do with the Olympics. And basically he pulled her in, and they basically knocked other people that were way more qualified to get in there. And he said, nah, sorry, spot's taken. Everything's taken up. And boom, he brought her in. His wife, who ruined it for our 2028 Olympics that we could have had here in LA. No more.
Well, I'm gonna just say, you getting everything that you deserve. You play stupid games, you're gonna get stupid prizes, and here's your stupid prize. So we don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah, you know? and nobody should be feeling sorry for her either, bro. It's like, bro, you know what I hate? I hate participation trophies.
Thank you.
True.
What do you guys feel about that? Should everybody get an award just for being in a sport? I think absolutely not.
Absolutely not, bro. Straight up.
Right?
Should not.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Man,
Ricky Bobby.
I'm going to put it like this. I just feel like as a society, we're declining because we're just accepting so many people who supposedly need safe spaces or whatever. Nobody's being held accountable.
Exactly.
That's like, it's the 1% that needs these safe spaces. But what about the 99% of everybody else?
Yeah.
Look statistically, right? Because it is that those people, or I don't know, everybody identifies as crazy things now. Penguins, I don't know.
Someone just identified as seasons, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
Straight up.
Winter?
Like,
what?
Yeah, you're spring today, or I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, for real. I know it's summer.
It's crazy, bro. I don't know. I feel like we should be concentrating on the 99%, not on the one. I mean, obviously, there should be a little bit of concentration on the 1% too. but not as much as they're putting on to that 1%. You should be more to the majority. That's just, again.
That's why this generation is so fucking soft now, bro. Everyone's so damn sensitive. Nobody could take a joke. Everyone's sugarcoating everything that they put on podcasts, in movies, in TV series, and it needs to fucking stop.
ASAP.
I agree.
That's why I love KillTony. Have you guys watched KillTony?
I have not. What is it?
So KillTony is pretty much it's a live podcast that's run by Tony Hinchcliffe. He's if you guys watch the roast of Tom Brady.
Okay.
You know the one guy who's sitting next to Dana White,
right?
And he starts off Dana White like this.
Wait, he gave Dana White the joke, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets up on stage, does the "oh hell no" joke, and like he says, "Oh, we got a black lesbian comedian here. I don't know, fat black lesbian comedian here. Netflix checked off 3 boxes." And he runs a show where pretty much it's like the America's Got Talent / Voice of comedians. So they bring on comedians. A comedian hops on stage. They have 1 minute. They have to try to make the audience laugh, and he has a panel of judges. So it's usually him. He has his co-host Ryan Redman, and always celebrity hosts, bro. Recent episode he had Jordan Peterson of all people was there, bro.
Yeah. Which
was crazy. He's had multiple times Joe Rogan, Shane Gillis. Like, he's getting some names, bro. So
he's kind of successful, huh?
It's actually getting there. And the thing why I said I love that, like, I really like that show is because, bro, it's no bars. Like, they say some fucked up shit on that show, bro. Like,
I love it.
I think you would enjoy it, bro. I think both of you guys would enjoy it.
Check it out.
It's like, bro,
I've seen clips of it.
Yeah, bro, they go hard. Like, he does not care, and he's been canceled before. So the whole point of the show is kind of like, you can tell, like, this guy's just trying to get back at the people who canceled him. And, bro, you do your thing, because honestly, it's a very genius show. And he runs it like a wizard. And I'm sure the more you guys watch it, next episode you might be like, hey, bro, that shit's actually funny. I enjoyed it.
I'll definitely have to take a look at it before the next episode we do, for sure. We'll bring it up.
I want to, I just opened my phone real fast, and it's just funny because what we were talking about earlier. I just want to read this to you from Threads. It said, J.K. Rowling has deleted 27 tweets since being named in a lawsuit by Olympic women's boxing gold medalist.
Let me go delete my history real quick.
That's funny.
It's like
and apparently she hasn't tweeted in 13 days. So that just goes to show you. I also, this is the first, that we're doing this, but I want to make sure that I know we got our topics we want to talk about, but I need us to go to the internet and see what the world is talking about and address these things. I got some things that I wanted to bring up as far as social media. If you haven't got an issue,
let's hear it.
Let's get it going, bro.
All right, let me see here, because I had to. Some of these was just wild. I be on everything, and I see people saying outrageous stuff. Let me see. I just want to get your opinion. So this one is from. I'm not even gonna say the person's name. We're not saying names yet. Nobody's getting nothing yet. I'm gonna just tell you what this is off of Threads. Somebody said, "Not everyone who flies the rebel flag is a racist." What are your thoughts on that?
Elaborate. What do you mean the rebel flag?
The Confederate flag.
Fucking idiot. Bro, that's literally the symbol. That's the fucking whole symbol.
Be proud of your racist fucking ways, dog.
Yeah, just say you're racist, fool. Like, what the fuck, dog? Why you being weird, fool?
I agree. All right. I got another one for you. This person said, unpopular opinion. Disney is for children. Adults with no children, please find a better hobby.
Nah, Disney's fucking dope, bro. Have you seen fucking Star Wars? Star Wars is a fucking shit.
I kind of agree with this person.
Really?
I hate Disneyland. First of all, I'll take my kids there if they want to go.
Did they say Disneyland in particular? Or they just said Disney.
They're saying Disney like that.
Oh, you know what? You're right though.
Okay.
But it usually.
But if you want to say Disneyland, yeah, we can talk about that too.
Okay, because I'm not going to Disneyland on my own time. People tell me I'm going to Disneyland to drink. I'm gonna go to a bar to drink, with people not with Mickey Mouse ears on, and not princesses walking around,
and not pay $40 for one drink.
Actually, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm not even going to a bar. Me and my wife are gonna sit at home.
There you go.
We're gonna black out on the couch together.
That's fucking boss shit right there. That's way better. It's always fun being at home. You don't got to worry about getting an Uber. No leaving your car anywhere.
Sometimes you might need
the
it.
love
Knockout.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have to order some food because you will be hungry.
Yeah, some
Exactly.
Postmates. There it
Met at a
is.
bar with a fake wannabe Conor McGregor just dogging you. What's up, yeah?
Yeah, you ain't gonna
Hey,
get
that-
no problems.
So you referencing that film, right? What was that? What was the name of that film
Which one?
that McGregor was just in?
Oh, Roadhouse.
Oh, Roadhouse.
Yeah, it's the
I liked it.
the
I don't
second
care what
version.
nobody says. I thought
Yeah.
Conor McGregor's character was.
He's
the star.
hilarious.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
Where the fuck is everybody?
I haven't even seen it, bro, and I'm such a big fan. I haven't even got the
You gotta
Connor's
watch
part
it,
yet,
bro.
but I
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
wanna
they're
watch it
already gonna make a
ASAP.
part
He's
2.
a psycho, bro. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. I
They
love
pretty
it.
much just changed his name, no? They just made it Knox, but he's the same shit. Like he
Yeah,
just
no, it's
But
him. It's
like
him.
His
Yeah.
personality on HGH, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's all types of steroids.
Yeah, he
All
plays
right, hold
himself.
on, one more. So this one's a little bit more on the political side, but this is the last thread I wanted to bring up. Somebody said, "Are Islamic countries less tolerant of religious minorities compared to Christian majority countries?" What are your thoughts on that?
Say that one more time.
All right, I'm gonna break it down.
Yeah, go for it,
'cause
yeah.
I already got my answer for
You
that.
have it, but they're asking, if you go to an Islamic country, are they less tolerant of other religions than Christian countries are less tolerant of Islamic?
Interesting.
Mhm.
Go ahead and say
I'll let
yours
you
first.
sit on that
That's
first,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
'cause-
that's pretty interesting.
I think so, honestly. And the worst part is, under the Abrahamic religions that we do have, whether it be Judaism, Islam, Christianity, at the end of the day, we all believe in the God that was the God of Abraham.
Right.
So I wish there was more unity in us three. But if we're going to be talking about that exclusion, and I'm not trying to be biased, but it's just like what I've noticed. Christians usually accept minorities, atheists, all that. From what I've seen the most from my life experience, and I'm not saying this to be biased or because I'm a Christian, it's just what I've noticed. And nothing against, I know obviously this is not to the main, because I have friends that are Muslim and stuff. It's just, it is like that when you look at the other countries and stuff, which is something I want to pivot towards when you have like LGBTQ and these feminists, like for like the Palestine situation, which I'm not, that's a whole other thing, but I'm not
We
going to
can get
say
into it,
Israel
go
or
ahead.
Palestine. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that part, but what's funny is, bro, if you were LGBTQ in Palestine with Islam, they're cutting your head off real quick, like, or you're getting like executed. Your ass is getting kicked out. So same thing with like Christians. Yeah, they may let you live, they might, but it's not gonna be easy. With Christians, with what we're taught is we're supposed to. What Jesus teaches today, it's been misconstrued. A lot of people act like they're Christians, like we were talking about before, but they're half-assing it. Jesus would, in my opinion, he would not hate on you. He would not want to hurt you. If you didn't, at the time of Jesus in Nazareth, when he was in Bethlehem, all the places that he traveled, if you did not listen to Jesus, he would not hate on you. He would not make you feel some sort of way. That's how I think about it. Jesus wouldn't go in front of the abortion clinic screaming at people saying, "You're going to go to hell if you get an abortion." Know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Jesus would approach you differently. And that's how, obviously, again, a whole other conversation, but it's just an example of what Jesus actually taught and what Christians are kind of pushing forward today. Like, oh, you're doing this and that, you're going to go to hell, and I can't mess with you. But no, Jesus was kicking it with the drunkards. Jesus was kicking it with the hoes.
He was in the slumps, bro.
That's what
He was
I'm
in the
saying.
slumps saving those people.
That's what I'm saying. And
You know?
even if they were still messing up and they were doing wrong things, Christ was still staying with them as a friend. Okay, you don't want to believe in me, you don't want to take in my word, I'm going to kick it with you. Like, for example, when they were going to stone that one girl in the pit, and they're like, Christ, you get the first stone and hit her first with it. And God's like,
You're talking about they caught her having an affair.
Yeah, and then they put her in the pit, right?
All
They
right,
like,
stunned
Christ,
her.
get the first stone and
Or
hit her with it.
I don't know if they said it that way, but basically what happened was they brought her before him saying like, hey, she's an adulterer or whatever. They were trying to get her stoned, and he pretty much, his response was, whoever is sinless cast the first stone.
So they didn't put her in a pit.
It wasn't a pit, it was just, they were going to stone her. Whether it was on a flat land, a mountain, or a hill, it doesn't change.
Yeah, my bad for
Right,
making
right.
it cinematic then.
Yeah, all right.
Trying to
what's
envision
Mel
the story
Gibson
real
trying to-
quick. Yeah. Passion of the Christ.
No, but the narrative is the same. They were trying to have her executed, and Jesus' response was, whoever amongst you is sinless, however he worded it, then you cast the first stone, and then eventually everybody left. True. They didn't kill her because everybody was sinning.
Smartest response ever, just like
that is smart. That's a very smart response.
Everyone's like, God damn it, Jesus.
Yeah, it's real. It's absolutely real, bro. It's like, you have all these killers that come out of prison. It's like, what, you don't think they could be saved?
I think that
they do be saved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've actually, I'm not going to put anybody in particular on blast, but I have a relative I remember before this person actually converted to Christianity. We were on a drive and they were telling me that how they thought it was so silly that people would go to jail and then all of a sudden they found God. And in my head, I'm like, that's the lowest place you could be
to find God.
Yeah. He and it's nothing against him because we all say different things. I've said things that don't make sense or without proper knowledge or maturity or whatever. And he's actually born again Christian right now, so shouts out to him. But but it's just something that I hear atheists talk a lot about religion, not just Christianity, religion in general, and they try and clown on it. But it's because sometimes it's us religious people's fault. We don't take the time to sit down and talk to people properly and explain things, and we don't show the true fruit of the Spirit. We don't know how to be peaceful people ourselves. We're ready for a conflict. We're ready to act like they're acting. So in their mind, they're like, if you're going to act like me and I'm already me, why should I change? You have to show them something different, And without going too far, because I also want to get your answer on this, what are your thoughts on the initial question about, Islamic countries being less tolerant? If they aren't less tolerant, then Christian countries aren't less tolerant of other religions.
Well, I mean, I would say even for Christians, I don't want to say that there's levels, but there are people like Christians that are, the way they respond to people is very incorrect of what they should say.
Yeah.
You get me? It's like you can't be Christian and be judging people up and down, because I see it all the time. I actually had a few homies that got really, really big into Christianity. And it's funny because I actually took them to church for the first time back in high school. And then afterwards, they landed up getting really big in it. And then they would freaking party with me, bro. Like, I'm talking partying hard, like, you know? And then because they stopped drinking, because they stopped partying, this and that, and I would still go out here and there, they would be judging me for everything, bro. For everything. I thought it was like the saddest thing. Like, bro, you're right here judging me. Like, you did this too, and even though you're not doing it no more, you're a Christian. You're supposed to be loving me no matter what. How are you gonna be judging me? Like, you didn't, like, it was just wild to me, bro. And as far as the Islamic thing, I mean, I'm not really too much informed about it where I could really speak on it. Mm-hmm. But if you want to give me some more,
what is your perception? Because see, that's important too. Is like for somebody who's not super informed on it, how do you perceive what you're being shown?
I think everything they're doing is absolutely evil.
Who is that?
Islam.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole bombing and everything, right?
So first, you probably want to
Israel and
yeah.
What I can tell you is this right here. Many years ago, I befriended somebody who was Islamic, and I didn't have an issue with it. I never was thinking anything super negative about Islam, but I didn't realize at the time, all those years ago, he was talking about the three Abrahamic faiths, which is Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. In all three of these faiths, we share the exact same prophets. We have some people like in Judaism, they don't recognize Jesus as a prophet, but we all three of these religions recognize Moses. Moses is in Islam, he's in Christianity.
Thank you, dog.
And he's in
the man of God.
Look at that.
Right?
Wow.
You know
they know me over there, bro. I should move over there. What?
Right.
I'm over here trying to make movies over here and I could be a star actor over there, dog.
Yeah. Big, bro,
I'm booking a flight right now, dog.
Yeah, man. Just tell them you're Jewish. They take you straight up.
You guys want to move Boss Talk over there? Go for it, bro. Go ahead.
So, I mean, but yeah, so pretty much these faiths tie in together. They vary on specific crucial beliefs, but at the same time, what I believe is essential in all three of them is what the Bible speaks of as the fruit of the Spirit. The way that you're supposed to carry yourself, the instructions that God has left behind, and and the relationship you have with God, right? And so when you have extremists or people who can create a cult out of anything, because now I'm gonna give you my answer to this question too. It could go wrong anywhere, right? The KKK claim to be Christian, right? And they use the Bible and scriptures in it to twist scripture to justify, raping minorities, not just blacks, but raping minorities, whipping blacks, enslaving Africans, doing all types of craziness, all the way to Black Wall Street. All of this is tied into Christianity. Is it real Christianity?
Nope.
No, it's not. But now we have the same thing happening, I believe, with Islam, where the Muslims that I come across are peaceful.
Great people.
Great people, and I highly respect their level of discipline, because they're outdoing Christians for sure. As a Christian,
100%.
they're outdoing us. Like, their level of dedication when they're really involved is extreme. It's what I aim to be in my faith.
Right.
So I feel like there's the powers that be that kind of pit us against one another, because there's a power when we come together and we're working together, and when we realize this. I was saved since I was a little kid, so I'm like almost over 30 years of being saved, being a Christian, and I didn't find out until like my mid or late 20s that they had our prophets in their in their text and whatnot, and the similarities. Once I found that out, I started to do more research, and then you see who's